try to give our family hope by allowing us to know that we were secure. COTA doesn't forget. COTA doesn't leave you behind. COTA is your best friend.
It gave us hope that we didn't have to worry about, how we were going to organize these events or, how the money was going to get into this account, because they were there guiding us. And, it seems too easy to be true, but, that's how it happened. I mean, we are so grateful that they were a part of Parker's transplant experience, because we were able to focus on him. And they were the experts in the fundraising area, and they just gave us everything we needed.
COTA makes it so easy for you. There's no fee involved. They take care of, since they're already a charity and they have all those things worked out. You don't have to think about or worry about any of that piece of the puzzle, and you don't have to think about that at all. It's all done for you. And then even as you get into the fundraising process, all of the wonderful tools and the ideas for fundraising and the forms that you're going to need, and none of that costs the campaign any money.
When we scheduled the meeting for COTA to come meet our team, it was at our convenience. There was no burden to us whatsoever. It was, how can I be of service to you and help you get started? Totally independent. We didn't pay for anything, worry about anything, or do anything, and that was a huge help for us, that we didn't have to even think about it. It was totally seamless. From the time we got on board with COTA, we never had to worry.
One of the things that you'll experience when you talk to anybody at COTA is how loving they are, how warm they are. You never hear no from them. You hear, let me see what I can do or how we can help. Although there are rules that you have to follow, there's just no one's transplant journey. Every family is going to have a different transplant journey. Ours is not going to be the same transplant journey, even though we may have the same diagnosis, the same outcome as another family. We were in Florida. We had to go to Philadelphia. We have to travel back and forth to Philadelphia. Even though we travel as inexpensively as we can, traveling back and forth is not an inexpensive thing, and COTA helps us with that.
COTA has reimbursed us for dental expenses that they see as transplant related. They help cover her anti-rejection medication, which sometimes it goes over $1,000 a month.
I picked up one of Mira's prescriptions. The insurance companies won't pay it. So that's $400 out of my Visa card, and that I have to pay. So right there the other day, as I was waiting for it to be made, I'm thinking, wow, this is part of what we have COTA for.
We started to establish our team of COTA volunteers. Very lucky with the friends and family that wanted to be a part of it. And the amazing part was that COTA came, met with our volunteers, we had a huge meeting, got them completely amped up, and got them all on the same page. And it all started because COTA came and got this core of a dozen people totally amped up and ready to go.
COTA came along and helped us with just some of the things that they did. They worked closely with a lot of our friends, close friends. And next thing I know, I was getting phone calls from friends saying, hey, COTA is really involved, and we're happy to be a part of this.
So after, we started fundraising and got Parker's COTA site set up, it was pretty amazing that after the first week, how much money we saw in the account. It was a miracle that Parker was alive, and then it was like amazing. People that we didn't even know all the way around the world were supporting Parker. So it was pretty incredible. I mean, it's a miracle.
When you start to realize that you're going to need financial assistance, you have no idea how to go about doing that, raising money or charity on your own. And you know, if you start to think about it for a second, you know that there's probably tax implications and you're probably going to need a lawyer, and all those things cost money and they take time.
It's a tremendous stress. It's a tremendous stress when your child has a life-threatening illness, and on top of that, taking time off from work, worrying about employment, how are you going to pay for that? It causes a lot of marital stress.
Being responsible for making sure that all the bills were paid, that all of that Lindsay and Parker both had the care that they needed. I mean, it really does spread you thin, and the fact that we had the COTA resources available through our fundraising to help take care of the bills, so that took one thing off my plate, and that was a major thing off my plate. That was really helped me kind of deal with the things that I really needed to deal with, which were taking care of Lindsay and Parker and making sure that all of their needs were being met from a medical standpoint.
You know, it seemed like a great avenue for Parker because, you know, it was funds that he would have accessible for his entire life. And since he was so young, getting this transplant, you know, it's pretty certain that he'll have at least 1 or 2 more because of the life of the kidney. So just having those resources available for him forever, and just knowing that it was a secure place where family and friends could donate.
When we did decide to choose COTA, one of the big decision makers was the fact that the money is good for Mira regardless, to cover things for the rest of her lifetime. We knew that she was going to need an ongoing lifetime worth of care, and it just was a big safety net knowing that it was going to be there for her for the rest of her lifetime.
I got really nervous about just what all of this would do to our family, emotionally, economically, and the hope that I have, and COTA is a big part of that because it's given us a foundation, I think, is to be able to come through. My dream, my hope is to come through 2 successful liver transplants with the boys being as healthy as they could possibly be, and having our family still intact and healthy and financially okay, and you know, that would be a big miracle.
It's a miracle that Savannah's alive today. COTA was a part of that journey. COTA was a piece of that puzzle. Savannah celebrating her 4th birthday is a miracle. COTA was there with us, holding our hands since she was 4 months old. She's 4 years old, COTA's there. When she's 14, COTA will be there. COTA is an integral part of our little miracle story. Our little miracle has dimples. She's cute as can be. And without COTA's help, she may not be here to smile those little dimples.
When you become part of the COTA family, you begin to realize you're not alone and your hope is restored.